Well, hello. So today we're going to talk about hatred. We're going to talk about hate. What does it mean? And we're going to address some issues, and we're just going to get the word out there and come back to with why did I decide to do this video and why did I decide to address it. So there's been some spiritual places that believe or say that sometimes there is a good reason for hatred, or even say the word hatred. Even to say the word hatred or to hate is just not a positive thing. That's my because anytime you say anything, it comes to fruition. So I apologize for saying that word and even making a video, but we have to address it. We have to talk about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it, just so that we can talk about it. So, and I'm gonna fill it up with love so that maybe you can understand where I'm coming from. So when we talk about hatred and we talk about hate and how much we hate somebody, it's a vile notion, even to to consider that element. And what's the opposite of hate? Some people say the opposite of hate is love, and a strong dislike. I would say maybe yes, a strong like. Maybe it's not apathy because you have passion for both of them, but the opposite is strong like. So how do we? It's a degree. So for instance, I have a difficulty with a particular person, but I also understand that this is an amazing human being that can reveal a great deal of light, and they are making a great impact in the lives of so many different individuals. So when I address issues, I address them from a place of love. In my mind, it may seem confrontational, but I address it from a place of love because and I feel I need to be confrontational because it's reached that level. And of course not physical, and then never 1,000 degree. I don't even like boxing. I always advocate communication and those resources, because those are the best resources. So, but of course we get to the point of strong dislike. There's elements about people that we just do not like, but people are not that one instance, that one specific zone in element that we see them to be. And even if we fixate on that element, because when you have hatred for something, you're fixating on that energy, you're feeding it. You're like, boom, 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 boom. I don't like that about them. I don't like that about them. I don't like that about them. And so the universe is hearing it. It's like, well, you're talking about that one thing that you don't like. I don't care about the don't like. I like that thing about them, that thing about them, that thing about them. And so you're sending that frequency, and that person is being filled with that thing that you don't like about them. So when they're challenged in your perception, when they are challenged in their own correction, so to speak, it's a little bit more difficult for them because not only are they contending with the energy that they've brought from previous incarnations, they're now contending with the energy that other people have been like, boom, 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 and I think the higher you go in the spiritual ladder, the more empathic and the more capable of being able to understand these frequencies in people. And you can see it in people's eyes. I love looking at people's eyes because I think it just gives you a clear direction as to where they're coming from. So that's why I look into the camera. I look into my eyes. So, what do you think about spirituality? And what do you think about hatred? Is there ever really a good reason for hate? I mean, for me, what's the most hateful thing that I could think of is someone who, for instance, where could a very strong dislike? I don't want to use that word, but a very strong dislike. I have a very strong dislike to the Vatican, just because of the history and everything that has happened. I have a very strong dislike to the Vatican, who I believe they have very beautiful elements that they have shared with humanity. Of course. I think that they have helped so many different people. Billions of people will be dead without the aid of the Vatican, and just the sharing of the wisdom of Jesus Christ and so many different energies that are available through, and the connections to the light of the greater. I think that's really beautiful and that's really important. But at the same time, because of the specific history that deals with children, I have a very strong, or innocent human beings that were abused, of a very strong dislike. So it's about tempering that element and having that conversation and saying it in a way to be like, listen, I don't like that about you. Why don't you focus on those things? But let's not talk about that. Let's focus on the beautiful things that you're doing and the amazing, powerful stuff that is happening. What do you think about that frame of mind? What do you think about that frame of thought? going we. Positive thoughts. That's positive thought. We. If you're sending negative thoughts, it's no. What is it? Positive is we. Negative is let's try to send more we. So we can, because the more we, the more we all have. So thank you, and I wish you a wonderful year. Take care.